because they brought in a wave of individuals. Maybe a team came from another company, or one leader came in and brought a group of individuals in. Well, you can make 20 grand that month if you're at one of the levels that pay a good amount of money for bonuses being paid. Well, that can happen. But what's going to happen the following month? If they don't bring that same wave of people in, is there going to be another $20,000 a month? No. So I'm telling everybody, get this in perspective. Build this from the standpoint that your residuals are the truest reflection of what you've built. So if you've got a $5,000 residual, guess what? That means you've got 60 grand coming in your household in that year, regardless of who came in your business that month, regardless of who got a customer. I want everybody to get that. So don't get caught up on you made X amount that month, because if it's 90% bonuses, you got to do it again, which is nothing wrong with that. But just understand that. So I want you to start realizing that when you can get to a level like we've been blessed to have accomplished, where you've got multiple tens of thousands that are going to hit your account, if nobody got in, that's when you can honestly say you've built a significant business. Because I can tell you right now, when I look at the fact that on a monthly basis, we're blessed to earn what usually takes most people a year to earn. That in itself is powerful, yes or yes? But it's 20 times more powerful when that income comes no matter what we do. Think about that right now. Somebody that makes X amount of dollars in a month that takes someone else a year to make. That in itself is impressive. But when the person making that amount in a month doesn't have to get out of the bed and the income still comes, it puts that person on a higher level in business. So I want everybody to realize those people that are making good money, they're professionals, they have big businesses, or they were in corporate America, big titles. I'm telling you right now, a lot of times that is nowhere near what you have your hands on. Doesn't mean we're going to discount what they've done. Doesn't mean we're going to de-edify who they are in their profession. But I want you to understand what you've got. I don't care if it's 2 grand a month. If you got a $2,000 residual, that's a whole lot different from making $2,000 with a second job. Am I right? So I want you to understand that's the true reflection of the business. Also, learn so that you can teach. This is what I love about this. Look, this is, in my opinion, this network marketing game, this 5 links business, this is a classroom. This is about individuals saying, this is how this works, giving you a roadmap and saying, look, there is a place called Platinum SVP. There is a place called Double Platinum SVP. And every single one of you can stand in this place. All we're saying is we can show you how to get here. Now, how can we do that? We've been blessed to have done it. It's a simple philosophy. If you can do a thing, you can teach a thing. So I want you to look at this as a roadmap. So when you even think about the fact that there's things that you can learn, you've got to become the student. Don't care about what anybody else is doing when it comes to what you've got to do. You can love and you, when I say don't care, I mean you can be concerned and love each other, but you've got to focus like that horse with the blinders on. What are you doing? I commend every single one of you for sacrificing and being here this weekend. Because I know a lot of you came on your last dime, yes or yes? That's what we used to do. I'm unashamed to tell people I remember going to national conventions with $40 to my name in my pocket when I was early on in the game. I remember walking up to the hotel with my credit card shaking like this, like, please let this damn thing go through. I need a room. But that's because we weren't at the level where we needed to be, but at the same time, we were where we needed to be to get to that level. So I want you to understand, don't ever think about the fact, oh, how much money did it cost for me to be here? How much would it cost you not to come? That number's going to always outweigh how much you spend while you're here. So don't complain about what you had to pay to get here. The fact that you're here, soak up this knowledge and turn that thing around to where you can never worry about money again. Yes or yes? So you make sure you become a student of the game at the store. Get those DVDs. Do everything you need to do so that you can push play, rewind, play, rewind, play, rewind. You need to create a library and get everybody out here that's at the platinum level, get all their stuff and study all their stuff and duplicate what you see them doing. Now, tap rooting, this is the key. I want to talk about building. Find the leader in the leg. This is something I've taught, and I want you to get this. This is an eye-opener for a lot of people. How many legs does it take for you to go platinum? Platinum. Diamond is what? 8, right? So you need 6 to go platinum, and you need 8 to go diamond. Yes or yes? So when you start your business, I want you to immediately set your sights on 3 positions: SVP, platinum, diamond. SVP, platinum, diamond. Now let me tell you why. Because each one of those positions requires a certain amount of driving organization legs. SVP requires how many driving legs of leaders? Talk to me, 5 lanes. Don't act like you don't know this. I'm going to ask this again. At SVP, it needs how many legs of driving leaders to hit SVP? 3. At platinum, it needs how many legs of driving leaders to go platinum? 6. And at diamond, it needs how many legs of driving leaders to go diamond? 8. So those are the 3 benchmarks I want you to set your sights on right now. Because even going from platinum to double platinum doesn't require more legs. It just requires leaders in that leg, in those existing legs, to do something. Is everybody getting this? Yes. So here's what we mean by tap rooting, finding the leader in the leg. How many of you understand that your leader that's going to really create that bionic leg and a whole bunch of production and income for you will probably not be the person that you recruited? Now, you will have some circumstances where that is the case. Tupac Durinencourt, for example, his first, I think, 5 frontline friends of his and family members all became SVPs. Now, that's a blessing. Am I right? Doesn't happen all the time like that. But when you can find some individuals that believe in this, and you happen to have a sphere of influence and you select the right kind of people, that can happen, as it has happened. But for the most part, for the majority of individuals in this room, you're going to have your leaders pop down on legs that you did not recruit them personally. So you'll look up, and on your 5th level, your 10th level, your 25th level, you're going to have somebody that comes in that is showing you through action he or she is the one. So what you got to do, that word taproot means you got to get down in there with that person. You develop a relationship with that person as if you sponsored that person. It baffles me when I hear people say stuff like, well, I don't want to get down in there because that's underneath one of my national directors and he or she gets upset when I'm, look, let me say this. Anything from you down is your team. You got to understand that. They wouldn't be in the group if you hadn't gotten in. This is your organization. Does everybody understand? So I want you to realize that if you find a leader, it is just as much your right to get down there and work with that person, because if he or she has stepped up and is showing you that they want this to be the reality for their family, then you get in there and you help them do it. You go ahead and you run together and you go after that common destination collectively and run after that thing. And I'm telling you right now, that's what you call lighting the fire from the bottom up. So it doesn't have to be your front line. It doesn't make a difference. Somebody may be on your 50th level. If he or she becomes the one, get in there with that person and watch it motivate any of the 49 people above him or her that are in their upline. And if it doesn't motivate some of them, that's okay. So here's what I've always taught. I've always taught that even when you're building, now, if your leader is teaching something different, I don't mean to go against what they're teaching. I'm just giving you a philosophy. And this philosophy works. It simply means, one thing I know, there are 2 things that we're doing in our business, this 5 links deal. One, you're getting people to join your team. Now, I'm talking about building only, not customers. Customers is a key component. One of the most, is just as equal as building the people. But I'm talking about building for a second. So the one thing we're doing is looking for people to join our team. And the second thing we're doing is doing everything to avoid them quitting. That's the game. Get them in, don't let them quit. That's the game. So here's the best way to not make to avoid them from quitting.